Hi guys, welcome back to my study live stream. Today's date is what moment I place this camera to the Euro position, and we got a special weekend like to have a submission of the presentation for next week. And I am currently cooking and will eat instant noodle. And today I got extra gift, like everyday's gifts. And there is a glass candle, and it's really like that cartoon movie cup, which is the ice cafe, and which not available in McDonald's. So that uh, yeah, I miss you guys so much. Even I don't have that much of abonnents in my YouTube channel, but I keep doing this thing and enjoying it. And so to say that we need clean up the desk and so to prepare a little bit and send to the relevant person instead of the and kind of feel nothing actually, feel nothing and avoidant at every potential convergence or converged person with official issue in order to keep that for my own, like keep for first hand and at least and not to copy some official issues, and so that finally at the end you don't need pay that much price, and but otherwise uh, there are nothing new actually. So let's state is 15th December 2024. Is very late, almost at this end of this year, and but I still think that it's possible to dealing with one versus politic. Like if someone could remind me, because I always forget the things and like always fall asleep and into the deep sleep models, and seems like everything's not possible, and feel that very devastating and without any hope and that feeling, and it's really need a void of this thing. But let's just do things today, and so I went to the Hauptbahnhof and the main train station and to have some kind of purchasement of next week's preparations about the presentation. And I don't have that much expectations as last time as well, and especially in Friday's presentation for international health, migration, and trade. And I was thinking that way, like uh, uh, so if that the presentation is online, so that there is not necessary to purchase make that more fancy, and instead of I think the but I will practice a little bit for to print them out at least in four slides a layer and in one page, and to try to uh yeah so to explain that and in some formal way, for example. And yeah, that's just the way I don't feel like very tired because this weekend the professor asked is always uh, with very restrictive, and but it's not like the Alexander that's so restrictive as him. I guess it is because they don't have the same research area and in economics. That's why like the professor for macroeconomics especially pay much attention to in the details, instead of the legal professor only focus on single kind of triggering point, and that's very different. And yeah, but yeah, yeah. So we're gonna do tea now, and yeah, I really want to talk this weekend, but I am somehow do not allowed to. Yeah. if, for example, that very much time wasting. And so, yeah, currently I'm working for the national team. And uh, yeah, got a lot of things. So usually I'm very time tense, and usually work for Alex Metcalf. And uh, oh yeah, this is very it's kind of new. It's from Chibo Cafe, and which they always have a little bit better quality as Euro. And so I wonder today in this side I'm showing they are putting some camera like hash tool, and I don't know who changed that. And it's not Professor Sudo, but we use the same channel like I'm her professor and currently teaching as well am at university. And yeah, cool. But this time, fine. I just do things. Uh, hope you guys can see, and it has auto set, but I haven't bought it. And today's the date advance. It is the before Christmas, last weekend before Christmas. Uh, just yeah. Mm. Okay. Okay, in my side after usually I feel relaxed, and so that don't have that much constraint. The reason is that this is only for company study and not directly so to the content of. And the most reason is I sound not in a well healthy condition, and that's why I could not exist that long. And so I always yeah. So that's why I most my study bedroom are open, and but now currently recently moved to the apartment, and they somehow could hold those kind of things, and that's why I finally got a little bit motive to study. to wake。哎，我的天呐！天呐！ 现在开始泡一个茶。 天呐，嗯，这个茶已经冰掉了，然后我们现在开始 eat。嗯， OK，我有点收下啊，然后还有这些。这个碗其实是新碗，然后那天那个周一还是周二的时候，然后我的那个碗不是摔下来嘛，然后就滑到了边，然后就去补了两个碗。So，今天晚上我就是没有其他的什么事情，然后我比较 afraid to fall asleep. The reason is I'm so afraid last film interview will come to possess, and that's crazy. And I even cannot wake up and lost my own conscious, and that feeling. OK，今天好像下午看过这个 recent papers of Trika，然后因为它这个上面有一些article，比如说是最 newest 的一个 article，它上面写的是 non-pragmatic instrumental variable models，呃 which is as well, but the published date was so far ago, like three weeks ago, that is not very much fresh as the one could expect. But the non-barometric yeah, okay. So hands down. Yeah. What I'm thinking about this non-pragmatic instrumental variable models is that they only have the nominal and interest rate and some government gain and the basic function of the macroeconomics, and this kind of no non-proportional wise yeah, so equated and etc. So I check the Miko Yubo and directly to do that. And呃，我比较希望最近 recently 然后 got time to finally study, but I'm so afraid that if I only copy the notes and they will not content much, and you are sort of must interact with others, and instead of only focus on and that will not make sense, and they otherwise would feel like a little bit late today after Sunday because I really want to have a train that's from the left to right, and they drive in and like a rival time point. But I have not found that in today's morning, and afterwards, like around 18 o'clock in the main train station, that there one very dirty train just drive by and from left to right, and finally when I back to apartment, and I found two pictures that very much satisfy the requirement, and one is SM and another one is from nature research team, and they are sending like the comic train, which another one is like from classmate, and she or he just got one picture from a cartoon, and that's the Mianhua, and so that is the banner picture, and which in that time like the great regression time period, and the one farming in plat field, and but there is no train actually, and another one is cartoon, and with train and several one are waiting for to come, and in the original film actually they are saying that the train arrive and brings people uh, which wants to see their westward, like to to the one who hosts them and knows the rules and plays several rounds, and whatsoever when they have the self conscious or not, that doesn't matter. But I really want to put that. But finally, I think okay. Last year, the China and the world economy, and one, for example, and the professor already dealt with this, and you can absolutely put that there. But if you don't want to converge with other business issues, then you better not, because you don't want to make things more complicated. Maybe still stay simple. Uh, yeah, otherwise, there are not much new things happening. And at Friday's presentation, I was very much appreciated to Aki classmates, which he studied at JFK, and then he told me that I should first open, and then he said, yeah, I feel like appreciated, but the only problem is that their logic, which all after the mission and following that 0.085852, and which very pleasant, but yeah, but you cannot dealing with that, and because they all approve that one. First is that he's a is good graded in at UM, and in China as well, a very qualified university, I would say, a fly university. And then another reason is that, but the one which not very unfavorable to me is the reason that um, one in that time I suddenly in my subconscious is waking up like the nearby restaurants, which in the student accommodations, they are having those kind of traditional deep Chinese conscious state. And yeah, I once have that subconsciously state that which they the restaurant's owner's wife, that they are putting something like some bambus and eat it up. Not bambus, but it is like um, some foyer points and just spreading out the foyer away because they are in the restaurant. And then afterwards, I finally understood like I understood, and I say, okay, that was not me, and then I will not take responsibility for that subconscious instead. And then I wake up and I thought, who was that? And then finally, I think that should be the 0852, that another study live stream by seeing another platform. And then so then after finish the presentation, I finally found that like Professor S, he he only focused on like several articles, like seven to eight articles, all is 9.8. That is the really hard area of me, and not the hats, not this wounded area of me, and I don't want to mention that. But he only focused on that, like a vertical axis, which you only have chosen this kind of linked references, which with this kind of year, like 98. And yeah, then yeah, then that is not very unobvious that these articles as well the ITM that presentations are original article that all mentioning the little and instead of small rice. Um, yeah, and then finally I understood that reflected to reality, like in this year's Olympic Games time, and like the Helwach, and he is PhD at OEI Institute, and the we contacted because of the virtual sketchist and etc. And then finally, because of TG professor is also the supervisor of my bachelor thesis, and then I was so surprised that he found that that he as well, and like the subconscious repeated as a circle, and then he woke up at a swimming game, and because the water too dirty, and he suddenly wake up. I don't remember from which kind of time point he jumped out, and then his same named athletes won a prize, and yeah, it is a much more funny than one could expect. Like sometimes you should give up some subconscious state in order to gain your name into the reality. And even that was not you, but come to the 322 rank, those one who presented your name, and has this absolutely same yes, same as you. So to say. And from my point of view, and from unselfish perspective, that why not, so to say. And if it is come only to the alphabetical order, like some lexical uh, characteristic, like only 24 letters left, and when you don't have that much of it, why this one, those one who have the similar name worldwide, and that could not present it your uh, will, and that's why yeah. So I don't know how to explain that, but it is some kind of conscious problem. And yeah. Then afterwards, in one positions coming like to another firm of apartments, and then at the very underground, and that dreams that repeated again, because the physical run does change very very often, like very frequently. But those one who have this similar thinking pattern, even a physical one does change, but it will not change that much. And that's why, from my point of view, and in the gymnastic area of that another apartments building, and which I really feel like very uncomfortable, and I even cursed out. So um, yeah, is that one because the latter half I don't want to follow, and that's why I feel very uncomfortable in reality, and that's it's kind of the opposite too. So several times I give up some easy points and to yeah, in order to say that not is giving up 10 points, but yeah, things are much more easier than which I could think of, but sometimes it's not because you are not capable to do that, but also not because that you are not willing to do that. The reason is only that you thought that somehow it's like dusted and darkened, and you don't want to converge with this kind of conscious, and then finally you um, get away from that. It doesn't mean that you don't have that capability to do that. And I think that's the major reason. Like the functionality, which they are mentioning at the conclusion of this functionality, and of the things, yeah, but they said voice versa, and to be have a plain explanation. I choose that way to say. So I guess I will not add content anymore and will sleep. And yeah, tomorrow I gonna print them out, like I don't know, like four in one or uh, two in one or one in one. I don't know. Like so much. Yeah. I feel like my my eco channel was totally blocked. Like EA does not have a new article, and NBE does NBE does have several controllers toward this kind of publication. And the nature as well does not work today, and yeah, that's. Uh, okay, guys. As we talked today, like uh, yeah, I don't know what to say, and recently I got brainwashed by the behavior professor, and yeah, he gave a lot of resources. Absolutely grateful, but like like for example, recently, well, before I sleep, I feel like my 脑筋, like the brain chain that just be cut it off, and it feels like not by him, but by the last meter, because I guess it's yeah, okay. Well, we like this week gonna into the experimental time period, and I was already thought of this title and etc. And then the Nature publication does have several articles, like recent publications and etc. From at least this week or last week, this week at last week, actually there exists at least three articles in natural communication and the neuroscience and etc. And psychiatry, so I don't know how to pronounce it. and I find grateful, but since this week like within 5 days, I already prepare for the presentation at JFK, so I don't confuse myself into that is, but I feel like grateful, and today as a uh, Uban, and I found that two little person that they are biting their nails, and it feels like it feels like grateful and like small habits and um, to examine this kind of way whether some genes expressions issue like to have the discontinuities within this within this, yeah, I don't know, like um, these continuities within the genes expression and etc. And I just self-suggested to the course and haven't designed the whole title yet. But we're gonna write it. But the thing is, when it linked back to 900, 219, and the things become very dangerous. Like to try to not touch the area which non-touchable, like the genes expression does not very much link to the brain research area, and if it's the neuroscience area, and well, not only the genes expression, I'm not very afraid of, but uh, the problem is that whether the poverty actually is kind of an issue linked with some discontinuity, dysfunctionality within the genes expression, and what is kind of the characteristic of the poverty, for example, this kind of topic into the genes issue. And I don't want to directly talk about that, like this kind of thing no one discuss in this so obvious sense. And as this one, the poverty does not only causes by their own genes, like those kind of thing that from our very birth already be given, and no one can easily change that into some extent. The only problem is the only problem is that if it is could change, like through the marriage and through the sexuality and through this kind of thing, and could change genes, that's another problem. Like Alex class, the good and bad genes, and who knows? And I if it is not to determine as well, like some small habits, like to uh, convert, like to convert a different thinking pattern, or to do this kind of neural changing, and to reflect it to their behavior, and then to some long term pattern, and to bring some positive effect. Yeah, who knows? So let's just close the side action, and yeah, I don't also think that much, like usually myself working, and it's just like to to catch up others' requirements and the needs, and using the least time period to satisfy their will. And I don't think that is like in the restaurant. Also can in restaurant, but I mean not just like to satisfy the easiest task, but to measuring in the mind level to mostly the mostly mostly the in the mind level, like to yeah, and etc. So and as well, one very important thing is that I don't, yeah, because of the regression function and etc. I usually do not like that much anymore to regret. And the only way to not regret is that to yeah, to overlap the two time period, like the zero to two zero to 2 1, like if it's the time only like forward moving, and like to convert them into before into the time point before the T1 at all happened, and to capture that those kind of moments, like the yeah pre minus T minus one, and those kind of strange strange thing and etc. So my theory is not to consider any past. So to say like BVL with the font printer and etc. and those kind of show off thing and better to better to minimize and so they will not those will not bring some happy effect and so to say and so then yeah yeah easy to say is that never review never review here. So guys, we're gonna close the side live stream. And from this side live stream, I hope I try to not to play any music. For example, if I'm currently already the MSc temporary plus the BSc, and I try to not to listen music because the degree is the MSc. So the easiest way is the music, and for me like to yeah try to okay I just try to speak less and the only way is actually to react immediately and because in Chinese it's that 马上出门 so 马上出 and 到 that is easiest way and so otherwise there are nothing new actually but in English I don't know how to in English or in German I don't know how but like from my own point of view is simply go outside the door and to move in so don't have a steady don't have a stable time point in order to let self grow and the other thing is that um yeah so to say, and we're gonna talk less, and so see you guys in next slide action. Hope you guys can above my channel and leave the comments below, and yeah, welcome to interact with my mind. And sometimes I will speak anything what I ever thought of, and yeah, so see you guys then. Bye. 天 Okay, those are the most good closing time point. 天呐！